Welcome back to Tibara's Den. My name is Whitney and welcome to another CAS video. Today we are doing the second two Sims in the second Primal Zodiac house of Aries. If you don't know what's going on, I've explained it multiple times now in the previous videos. Those videos will be linked in the description below as well as at the end of this video. But basically we are doing a Zodiac series. This month, of course, is Aries, and so we did the Western Zodiac of Aries and then their Chinese Zodiac twin, which happens to be the dragon. We did those guys the first week along with their build, and then we did the first 6 Sims in the Primal Zodiac, which combines Aries with the different Chinese Zodiac signs. So there's, of course, 12 Chinese Zodiacs, and so it just combines those together. And so that's what we're working on now. And so we did, of course, like I said, the first 6 Sims, and then that build, and now this week we've done the first 2 Sims on Monday. These are the next 2 Sims, and the next Monday we will do the final 2 Sims for this house and for the Primal Zodiac underneath the house of Aries. So that's kind of what we're working with. Like I said, I explained it a little bit more in the previous video, so definitely check those out. And I also have linked in the description below all the websites that I got all the information from for both the Western astrology, the Chinese Zodiac, and then the Primal Zodiac as well. All of that is linked in the description below, so if you want to learn more or go to those websites, definitely feel free to do so. But first up here, we are working on Devin Dodo, and the Dodo combines the sign of Aries with the year of the pig. And so his name means one who loves adventure and are passionate. So I'm going to go ahead and read the description of the dodo from the Primal Zodiac website, and it just says, despite the name, people born under the sign of the dodo are actually quite intelligent and have a thirst for learning new things. They have a childlike energy, and though well-mannered, can be a bit hyperactive at times. Like a child, they are infinitely curious and want to know everything about everything. Like the now extinct bird, members of the dodo sign tend to be very naive, believing just about anything they are told. This comes from their trusting nature and assumption that people are always going to be nice and do the right thing. Luckily, they are also fairly resilient and have a natural positive outlook that helps them bounce back from disappointments. Dodos have a thirst for life and love to chase new experience, from climbing a mountain to tasting exotic food from a distant land. They are typically happy and energetic, and when they are down, they can show a distinctly different side, which will surprise those who know them. They can be angry, aggressive, judgmental, and self-destructive. As long as they don't stay in these moods for too long, they should be able to live a fairly well-balanced life. And then it goes on to talk about different careers and whatnot. A couple things that stood out were that they are better at playing than working. They should follow whatever activities make them feel alive and intrigued. They need something that feeds their curiosity and their active side first and their active side second. And so jobs like scientific research and such can be a good fit for them as well. Some famous dodos are Nicholas Brendan, Shannon Doherty, Ewan McGregor, Mark Consuelos, Emma Thompson, David Letterman, Tom Clancy, Elton John, James Patterson, Loretta Lynn, and Chico Marx, Modest Mussorgsky, and Thomas Jefferson was also a dodo. So that is the Primal Zodiac we are working on. I actually gave them a career as a food critic because I thought it would be a good way. Like, I can see him as a food critic that, like, travels to different countries trying foods. Kind of like Andrew Zimmerman on Bizarre Foods or something like that. So it kind of feeds their adventurous side, and it's also a little bit creative and fun. And so that's kind of what I was going with. And then he's also a Renaissance sim because he wants to know everything. And then traits were adventurous, childish, and good. Those are the traits I gave him. So I tried to go with a lot of different patterns for his look. So his first look, had the button-up shirt with the different patterns. For his formal look, I went with this shirt here. Figured maybe he got it in a different country and liked that culture, and so kind of incorporated pieces from different countries into his everyday wardrobe. So that's kind of the idea I was going for with using that shirt for his formal look. For his athletic wear, I didn't go too over the top with his athletic wear. I actually went a little bit more neutral with this one. I gave him, it's like, well, you'll see, it's a hoodie, but it has like the different, kind of looks like clouds almost. I just passed by it, but we'll get back to it. And I did it in gray though, so it's this hoodie here. But I did it in gray instead of one of the other colors, and I'm not entirely sure. I was trying to go with more like neutral colors that maybe would represent a dodo bird. So I tried to use like browns and such with little pops of color here and there. And then I gave him these mountain climbing active pants. It has like the little, what are those called? The little clip, which I thought was good. And so he's, probably more active than the type to go to the gym. And so I could see him wearing something like that. And then his bedtime wear here, I went with a lot of pattern here, and I gave him the bunny slippers and then the little shirt that has the game stick, as you can see. And that just goes kind of playing into his childlike energy. That is how they're described. And then for his party look, I went with this shirt here. I thought it was kind of fun, and so I went with it. It was, a little sporty, and I think that looks like it says single. And so that's kind of, I just thought it was a fun shirt, and that's why I went with it. And then these pants I think are fun because it has like the little detail on the side there, and he probably plays around with that and such. I see him as being somebody who like fiddles a lot and has a hard time sitting still, so he might have like little things like that he can play with and fiddle with as he's interacting with people. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I was getting as I was creating this sim, and so that's kind of what I went with. I went with these shoes here. I tried on a couple others, as you can see, but I go back to them. They're not quite the right color, but I thought they were kind of a fun shoe as well. And then I did give him like some jewelry and such in some of his looks as well, some bracelets, things like that. Swimwear, I went with these here, and I did it in the tan and brown. Nothing too fancy there. I just again thought maybe something from another culture, and it's kind of fun and different, which is again the overall vibe I was going for. For his hot weather look here, I did these shorts. I like the pattern on them. I had a hard time with the shirt though. You're gonna see I try on so many different shirts. I was trying to find a shirt that worked well with the colors in the shorts, but I also didn't want something too boring. I actually end up going back to this tank top here, but I do try many other things, and some things could have worked, and other things, like I like the pattern of them and such, but it was just too much with the pattern on the shorts, and it kind of clashed. And I figured with the shorts being so colorful and fun, he really didn't need a lot of extra on the top that he was wearing. I tried a couple of open shirts, but again, just didn't seem quite right for him. And he does have a tattoo that was actually on the base sim, and I just kind of like the idea that that was an experience he wanted to try. Maybe not something he necessarily enjoyed, but it was something he wanted to try, and so he got the tattoo, and it definitely shows up in his hot weather look. But yeah, I go back to this tank top here because none of the others seemed quite right for what I was going for, and it either seemed too much or not quite the right style, things like that. So that's what we were working with. I give him a bracelet, of course, like I said, just little extras, little accessories that he might fiddle with and things like that. And then for his cold weather look, I give him this jacket here. I think that's something, he always wanted as a kid, and as an adult he has it. And then of course the t-shirt has a little detail on it as well, and then just basic pants. But that's his looks. I don't go back over them at the end, and so I just went over them again really quickly there. He was pretty easy and straightforward, not a lot of detail, just a lot of pattern and such for him. And so that is the dodo, like I said again, Aries combined with the sign of the pig. Next up is piranhas, and that combines the sign of Aries with the year of the rat. So her name is Paulina, and it means a small and passionate individual. And so the description on the piranhas is, in nature, the piranha is a small but powerful with razor sharp teeth and a hunger to consume whatever is full enough to get in its way. That's not quite written right, but that's what it says, I promise you. So let me start over though. In nature, the piranha is a small but powerful, probably meant to say fish, with razor sharp teeth and a hunger to consume whatever is foolish enough to get in its way. In human society, members of the piranha primal zodiac sign aren't all that different. They are fearless, aggressive, and get what they want every time. They are highly career oriented and use their charm and high energy levels to push forward consistently. Piranhas have an oversized appetite for success that is never satisfied. They have the smarts and the will to do whatever it takes to get ahead, and they often do. This is not to say that piranhas are unlikable. In truth, they usually have many friends and are fiercely loyal to their families. They are self-sufficient enough not to need anyone else, though, and when they find that others don't have the drive to succeed, they will move on all by themselves. Members of the sign are as popular as they choose to be, but they also make many enemies. While they are mostly in control of every situation, they sometimes lash out at others unnecessarily and can be excessively mean-spirited. After they have cooled down, though, don't expect a piranha to apologize for their behavior. Instead, they will walk away blaming you for the whole event. They don't make very good coworkers or employees, and of course it goes on to talk about different careers. The key points where they need to be in charge, they fit in best where a job where they are top dog or rely on others as little as possible, and many piranhas are entrepreneurs for this reason. And they can work through any situation as long as they are calling the shots. Some famous piranhas are Abigail Breslin, American Ferrera, Mandy Moore, Kirsten Storms, Jennifer Garner, Jenny Garth, Al Gore, Steven Tyler, Andrew Lloyd Webber, John Madden. Goodness me, I'm mixing up names today. And Marlon Brando were some famous piranhas. So for her, I gave her a career as a tech guru and a startup entrepreneur. She wants to be fabulously wealthy, and that's again not because she cares about the money, but more because of the success. That's what I was going for with that aspiration. Traits are ambitious, self-assured, and mean. So that's what we're going for. And so for her looks, I kind of struggled which way I wanted to go. I knew I kind of wanted like a tough boss lady vibe, if that makes sense. And I decided to kind of go in an alternative route for her too, like more like biker chick tough boss lady, if that makes sense. So for her everyday look, I gave her this jacket here, and I actually changed her hair color. I went with red originally because I was kind of thinking of the red-bellied piranha, but once I was doing this jacket and such, I kind of like the greeny blue, and so I actually used those colors overall throughout her outfits. Just, kind of a watery vibe, even though it really doesn't necessarily fit in with like the piranha itself. And so some of her outfits are more like tough biker chick, a little alternative, and then others aren't. So she's kind of a mixed bag. Like, you think you have her pinned down, but you don't necessarily, and you'll see that, like I said, with some of her outfits. But I really like this outfit here, and you can see she's very tiny. I am trying to incorporate like the look of the animal in a lot of these Sims. That wasn't really easy to do with the piranha, so I just made her like really small and tiny, but kind of tough looking too. So she has like the muscles and things like that. And that's just because, I mean, how do you make somebody look like a piranha? So that's kind of what I was going for. But she has this outfit here. Like I said, I really like the jacket. It has kind of the studs, so it has that really tough vibe, but there's also kind of a boss lady vibe about her as well. And since she is, working as an entrepreneur, she doesn't necessarily need, to dress professionally or anything like that. So that's kind of what I was going for. I like the idea of her having, an extra piercing, and so I do give her a septum piercing. I didn't want to go over the top like I did with the T Rex. So I just did the septum. I didn't do like eyebrow or anything else on the nose or anything like that. And then she probably does wear like a lot of hoop earrings and things like that. So I think I use hoops mainly throughout. And again, you can barely see them, but you can see them kind of peeking out from under her hair there, which I like. And then I just matched her makeup to the outfit she was wearing. I did go heavy on the eyeliner. I just, again, that's kind of the vibe I got from this sim. And so that's why I use heavy eyeliner on her as well. But yeah, I really like how she turned out. And then I do a dark lipstick for most of her looks as well. For her formal look, I kind of went through a lot of different outfits. And in the end, I ended up going like with just a little simple black dress. And then I also I keep like the thigh high boots with it as well. I thought that I like those boots. But like I said, I tried several different dresses here. Um, she like I just had a hard time pinpointing an overall vibe. Like I like the tough boss lady, but at the same time, like not too professional looking. And so, like I said, for her first look, I went a little more alternative and tough chick, where this one, like I said, I kept it a little bit more simple and just, like I said, the simple black dress with the boots. There's really some cute dresses I have that I downloaded from the custom content, but a lot of them just didn't fit her overall. So I go back to this dress. This was the one I was the happiest with, and so that's the one I ended up using. And then I actually stay with these boots here. I liked how the zipper on the boots kind of tie in with the zipper on the dress, so that's why I decided to go with those boots. But yeah, she's pretty cute, and I like her. Like, I think she's fun, and I don't necessarily see her going to too many formal events, and so I think this dress is appropriate with maybe if she's going out like on a date or something like that. That's more how her formal wear would come across. So this is more like a date outfit than an actual like formal event outfit, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think it works. And then her nails, kind of tie in with her hair again. And then makeup, like I said, pretty standard across all her looks. Like I didn't change it up too much or anything like that, but I really like how she looks. I think she's pretty cool looking, and of course she has the hoop earrings peeking out. I decided to give her a necklace for this look as well. Kind of struggled with what necklace to give her, and I actually had a custom content necklace. I wanted something that hung down like that, but it just didn't look good with the dress, and so I ended up doing like a choker. But I have one that's a custom content. This one, the one with the cat, and I thought that was the one that worked the best for me, and so that's the one I ended up going with. Still not my favorite, but I didn't have anything that kind of worked for my vision, and so that's the one I decided to go with there. And then for her athletic wear, this is kind of where we get off track with how we started with. So we kind of go off track with her athletic wear, and I actually use some items from the retro pack, and I use it in the green and blue. So totally went off track. It's not tough chick or anything like that, and I definitely could have, like, I could have stuck with black and been kind of boring that way. But I wanted something a little bit different, and it's kind of fun. And like I said, I do like the blue and the green for the sim. Even though actually I didn't do like the color schemes for the Sims themselves as I was working on them, but in the builds I did. I used the Chinese zodiacs like lucky color for each of the signs to do their builds. So blue and green is not her lucky colors at all, but I don't know. I liked them for a piranha because, like I said, it kind of makes me think of water, and so that's what I did for her workout outfit. Even though it's not quite the same aesthetic as I was going for, but I do give her makeup as well. I don't think she takes working out all that seriously. Like she's just kind of naturally athletic and tough, and probably because she's just active all the time. And doing her thing all the time, where it's not necessarily she goes and works out to be physically fit. Her sleepwear was very simple, kind of rushed through it there. I went with that because I can see her being kind of a boss in the bedroom, so to speak, as well. And so that's why I went with that outfit there. She kind of runs the show there. And so pretty simple there. Really went through that fast. Now we are on to her party look. I use this top here again. It just kind of reminds me of like water and scales, and it's in the color that I like for her. I keep these pants. I really like these pants. I do change them to black though, but I really just liked how they looked on her. And so I keep them and I just change the color. And then again, some boots for her feet. I lost my train of thought there for a second. But I really like boots on her, and it just adds to that kind of tough chick vibe, boss lady vibe that I'm going with for her overall. Like I said, the only outfit that really doesn't fit is probably her workout outfit, and so I might eventually go in and change that and adjust that, because other than the color wheel that I was working with, it really just it doesn't fit her personality at all, and I kind of really got off track, and I see that now more than ever watching this back. But that's her outfit for her party wear, and then of course we just add in some jewelry and some makeup, which just goes along with the same thing we've been doing, you know, the eyeshadow that matches her outfit, and then the dark lipstick. This is her swimwear, and I have this custom content shark swimsuit, and I actually thought about using it after the fact, you know, when I was editing and such. I thought about using it on my hammerhead shark. Like, oh, I should have done that swimsuit because it's a shark swimsuit. But I'm glad I didn't, and I think it works so much better for the piranha because it has all the teeth. So, even though it would have worked nicely for my hammerhead shark, I think it definitely fits the piranha a little bit better as well. So, that's what we went with. I did go ahead and give her full makeup as well for this look. I don't normally with their swimwear, and even though she's a piranha, I don't really see her like full on swimming a whole lot. Like, she probably gets in the water, but I don't know that she would really be into swimming overall. Just personality wise, that's not what I was going for with her, and so I think that would be a little bit too relaxed, and like, you know, she maybe would run along the beach or something like that, and maybe kind of wade in the water, but I don't see her like full on swimming and playing around in the water or anything like that. So we are now on to her hot weather look, and so I go with this top here. I do try on a couple others. I think this top might have been a good choice as well, but I just like this top a little bit better, and so I went with it, and it had the right color and everything like that. And then I just do some shorts for her. I don't really get that she's necessarily a skirt kind of girl, and so I do some shorts. I try on several different ones. I did like the idea of the cutoff shorts, so I don't think I use these ones. I use a different pair of cutoff shorts, but like I said, I like to try on different things and see what I think looks good, and then kind of go back to something I liked previously. I kind of rate them in my mind as I'm putting them on, and then, you know, I'll have like my top favorite, and then as I come to something else I like better, that will become my favorite and things like that. Then I actually go with these shorts here. I did struggle a little bit with what shoes I wanted to give her. I don't see her like a flip-flop kind of gal, but it's also summer and I don't know that she would wear like heels or boots or anything in the summer. So I gave her sandals, but they're like they have like the little decorations and so they kind of fit on your feet a little bit more sturdy, and just the colors with those sandals. It's these sandals here, but in black. These, well, previous ones, these ones right here. And so it's black base, and then it just has like the blue designs that I fit. That kind of fit with the rest of her outfit. So that's what I decided to go with because, like I said, I don't see her really wearing boots in the summer, but she's not really a flip-flop kind of gal either. So that's the look for her feet and her outfit. And now, of course, just on to some jewelry and makeup. Again, just basic hoops. Of course, she has her septum. And for her makeup, I just, same thing I've been doing with all her looks. Like I said, I kept it pretty standard throughout. So eyeshadow to match, dark lipstick, and then of course her jewelry is the same. Like everything stayed the same throughout all her looks. And then for her cold weather look here, I did this jacket here, which I liked. I liked the green, and then I also liked the little details on it. Like it looked a little bit tougher than like some of the other jackets and such, without going back to like her everyday look and keeping it too much the same. And so I really like this outfit here, and I do see her as somebody who maybe gets cold, so she probably layers up a lot in the winter time. And then just some basic skinny jeans, and then I do which boots do I do? I debated between some like hiking style boots, and in the end I do these boots here. They're one of my favorite boots for more kind of tough type sim, female sim. These are some of my favorite boots to use, and so those are the boots I decided to go with. And then of course again just adding on her jewelry and her makeup, but that's pretty much it for her looks. Is that I think she was a lot of fun to create. Let me know if you're a piranha and how you think I did with her overall style, minus the athletic wear, which I think, like I said, it just really kind of went off track there, so I'll probably go in and fix that. But yeah, let me know what you think of her. Again, the piranha is the sign of Aries combined with the Chinese zodiac year of the rat. I'm going to leave you guys here, and we will see you next Monday for the final 2 sims in this house. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.